Hi everyone, and welcome to the MAT Energy Vibes for the November the 29th to the 5th of December. This is going to be a week where you might just start the week off with a little bit of a misunderstanding. So if you find yourself in a place where you're thinking, what is that person's intentions? Where am I standing with them? What is it that they really said? It's the kind of like that feeling of someone is saying something and you're like, did they mean more than what they said? Did I hear them correctly? There's a feeling of like they say something, you misinterpret it, but you're so convinced that you heard the right thing. Be mindful of that for starting off this week because we can start off with a little bit of miscommunications or at least misunderstandings. And the reason why is because maybe there's a part of you that you may be so deep in thought and you're focusing on something so strongly and that you kind of like just so, you get swooped up in that stream of thought. And because of that, you almost like energetically align with all the emotions and everything that goes with that thought. And we kind of pick from our environment that is similar to what that thought is, because that's where our focus is, which means that's where our energy flows as well. And then we become frequency matches for all these type of things, and circumstances and people and even words or, intentions and conversations that's going on around us. So we do want to be a little bit more mindful of that to make sure that we interpret what people are saying correctly, that we don't bring our own filters into that or our own misunderstandings also into that as well. And also here, another part that I really, really love is trust. I know you love that word. I know you love it. But hear me out. This is going to be a week for what would be really good for us to look at. Let's start to trust our intuition. Let's start to trust a little bit more what it is that's coming forward. What are the messages? What is the meaning behind it? What is a message that's trying to tell you something? Because there's something that's been ongoing now for a while. Ongoing. And you know that there's something going on, whether it's with a relationship, whether it's with a business partner, or where maybe it's your career, maybe it's just with you. Either way, wherever it is in your life where something has just been bothering you, something that's just been annoying you a little bit, this is a really great time to observe a little bit there. What is it? Even my voice is coming up, but I'm going to get to that in a minute because I'm really feeling this energy. It's like, it's really, it's really coming through. It's like your intuition is trying to voice something, it's trying to say something, and it's trying to clarify something that has been bothering you. It's trying to say, like, hey, this thing that's been bugging you, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as what you thought it was. So be mindful of that. Listen to that inner voice because this time it actually really is on to something. It does want to help you with something. It does want to clarify something for you. Now, talk about the voice thing that's coming up. It's actually quite interesting. So another aspect that's coming in this week is that something is going to come up that needs to be corrected. When I say corrected, it means something that needs to be explained better in a better way, or maybe intentions needs to be clarified, or something needs to be revisited. Something needs to be addressed that has been kind of like left hanging. And it was left hanging because maybe it felt a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe it felt a little bit, you're not quite sure where to go with all of it. Maybe it's because there was something that just didn't feel like it was in alignment with you, and you didn't have all the right words or whatever it is that you needed to say at that time to kind of like seal the deal and just put an end to it. So something needs to be put an end to, something that needs to be let go of, something needs to be cleared up. Because if you don't, whatever it is that's hanging is going to come in the form of a very big reality check. Maybe you might not like it. Maybe you might not feel comfortable with the way that might come up. And this is only, you know how the universe works. This is only if you don't listen. This only happens when you don't observe what it is that was going to happen. So now let's avoid creating more potential failures for the future. Let's avoid perhaps, looking at where things can maybe go wrong, or maybe I should have said that, but I didn't. This is now a week to just let it all out. Let it out. Say how you feel. Say where it is that you stand, and you might find it much harder than normal to set your boundaries this week. Where's your boundaries? Because the more you're going to feel challenged to express your boundaries, the more the chances are of you being taken advantage of. The more the chances are now of you being, feeling like you get stuck in deceptive, dynamics, or where people are maybe not being honest with you. Listen, people are opportunists. They are going to take advantage of circumstances if they can. So don't put yourself on the fire line unnecessarily. You know now what to look for. You know how to navigate this. You got this because you are now a vibes ninja. And guys, remember to join me also for next week. And until then, be the light that you are. Thank you for watching this video, and I'm sure that you learned a lot. So guys, subscribe to my channel here and also hit the notifications bar, and so that you can get notified every time when I upload a new video. So guys, also remember to share the video and also look out for courses that I have below in the description bar. And until next time, be the light that you are.